New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 CLIMAX Night 4 and Night 5 took place this past weekend. Night 4 taking place Saturday morning. Night 5 taking place this morning, which would be Sunday. So you know we got to bring you the coverage for that. If this is your first time checking us out, we are the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. So please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. The price of subscription, as we all know, price of subscription, that's where I can say that word, as we all know, is free 99, so don't cost you a damn thing. I am the Press Fly God. I am Stardust Shiaku, Blunt Naito, El Toro Negro, all those aliases. Without any further ado, let's get into the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax. Day 4, block action. So, first block match we had Zack Sabre Jr. taking on and defeating Aaron Henare right here. This Zack Sabre Jr. got his 4th point right here. He won by Sunday Rail Engineering Works replacement bus service. So that's the move that he won this match by right here. Henare, if you ask me, if you ask me, the story of this match ultimately was that Henare could easily just one-shot KO Zack Sabre Jr. with that being a kick or a punch. But Zack Sabre Jr. could easily grab that limb and finish him off right here. So Henare worked a little bit of the same that he did when he had that match against Tanahashi, speeding it up when he needs to, but he basically had that power style. Yeah, so he got the victory, or he got the L to Zack Sabre Jr., like I said, around 14 minutes right here. It was solid. So moving on up the card, we have Shingo Takagi taking on defeating Yoshihashi via Ground Cobra to get the victory around here around 17 minutes and 58 seconds. So I was hoping that Shingo Takagi was going to be able to bring a little bit of something out of Yoshihashi. Not saying Yoshihashi has been bad lately. He's actually been putting in some of his best work here recently. And another interesting factor that I thought was into this match, these guys have 9 similar finishers, so I thought that had a nice little underlying element right here. These guys' finishes are pretty similar, but we didn't get to see either one of them. Actually, Yoshihashi did hit the Karma at one point. He wasn't able to capitalize here. This is one of the best Yoshihashi matches I've ever seen. I don't know which Yoshihashi match would be the best, but this definitely ranks up there, man. Shingo Takagi brought it out of this guy. Definitely go back and check this match out if you get a chance to. Damn, if you don't get a chance to, make time to check that match out, because that match was actually a fucking banger. So, moving on up the card, the preliminary match, the penultimate match of this show as far as the G1 Climax goes, we have Kazuchika Okada taking on and defeating Toru Yano with the money clip around 10 minutes and 10 seconds right here. We got Okada picking up his second point, or his second victory, his 4th point, excuse me. Sitting, like I said, sitting on 2-0, 4 points. I could swear I get it right at some point. This pretty much comes off the crux of Yano had a no BS attack on Okada in their tag match in the Night 3 undercard a couple days ago. Suggested that Yano might not typically be playing for a counter or the usual wrist tape antics that he brings to this match against the Chaos Boss right here. He did go for those a little bit, but it was kind of refreshing to see the Sublime Master Thief here turn into more of a sobering heel tactics to try to get the victory in this tournament. So Okada still put him away, but he at least did it by different means, did Toru Yano. He did it a different way. He tried to come at Okada a different way, and that's something you can ultimately respect. So shout out Toru Yano. Even though he still had some tricks up his sleeve, he was trying to fight this man straight up. So he even brought off the power bomb. Shout out to Toru Yano. This match was okay. It was not bad. So main event right here, we have Tomohiro Ishii taking on and taking the L to Jay White. He got the he got the blade run around 22 minutes, 2 seconds right here. This is Jay White, Tomohiro Ishii. They have a storied history. Tomohiro Ishii was actually the last man to defeat Jay White in the last 365 days. I believe he beat him for that never open weight championship. So he's the last man to pin him. So he hasn't taken a pinfall loss in that time. So when he finally does take a pinfall loss, it'll be very fucking important if you ask me. So he's one of the most divisive figures in New Japan is Jay White, which I'm sure that's something he's looking for, excuse me. We got the first couple bits of this match is Jay White and Geto like ticking off every box in the heel playbook. We got Jay White squawking the red shoes, Ishii, the crowd, all that stuff, while Geto and the rest of the New Japan brass believe this to be necessary to keep Jay White from sliding into the quote-unquote cool heel territory. So that's philosophy might, prompt some groans from certain people. I see where Geto was coming from on that, but I think Jay White has enough, know-how and enough knowledge to know that he's not going to stray into that cool heel territory. Even though I'm a fan of his, he's ultimately hated over there in Japan. So got the mic post-match, did his promo. He pretty much just clapped the whole promo post-match. He really didn't say anything, which I thought was just chef kiss right there. That was immaculate. Jay White gets his victory, extracts a little bit of revenge on Tomohiro Ishii, a guy that's been a thorn in Jay White's side here in his main New Japan run. So he extracts some vengeance right here. He gets his 4th point, 2-0 in the G1 right now. So shout out to Jay White. Westside Gun is actually in attendance. If you don't know who Westside Gun is, Griselda Records, GXFR. Check them out, please. I fucks with them all day. So yeah, that was our Night 4 results. We'll be back shortly with Night 5. Please be on the lookout for that. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're at our SOS Wrestling Network. Almighty SOS Wrestling Network, excuse me. Pro Wrestling Fly Guy. Stardust Shiaku. You know what it is. Chat signing off. Not signing off, but I'll be back momentarily. All right, so Night 5 of the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax. This took place this morning, like I was just talking about. First tournament action we have for the D Block. Shout out to D Block. Shout out to the Locks right here for that name. We got El Phantasmo taking on and defeating Yujiro Takahashi right here. He got the victory via Thunderkiss 86, around 15 minutes and 39 seconds right here. The first they were kind of clowning a little bit, but then they started to turn it up some, so I can respect that. There was a gentleman's offer, a gentleman's agreement between Yujiro and El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo was trying to acquire the quote-unquote services, if you will, of one, Muffin, what's her name? Muffin Ass. I can't even think of her actual name right now. Muffin Ass. All I know is her Twitter handle is Muffin Ass, so go check her out. He was trying to acquire her Peter. There we go. He's trying to acquire Peter's services. I was like, that name was just eluding me like all get out. He was trying to acquire Peter's services. Yujiro said, hey, you want the services of Peter? You got to lay down and let me pin you right here. So attempted the pinfall, of course, like in all those type style matches. El Phantasmo countered the pinfall right there. Then they proceeded to have an actual wrestling match. So this was not a bad match right here. We got, like I said, El Phantasmo getting the victory via Thunderkiss 86. There's going to be a quick turnaround for Yujiro as we see him in action on Wednesday. He's taking on Will Ospreay and Corrigan. Well, then ALP has his next block match is not until August 6th, until against Yoshihashi. So he has a nice little break right here. So next match we had coming up, we had Sanada taking on and defeating Taichi here. He got the victory, I believe, was with the Okana roll. Okana roll was around 16 minutes and 9 seconds. These guys were kind of clowning around a little bit, and they were doing a little titty bounce so I thought that was funny. Doing a little titty bounce, and these guys start to get serious right here. Like I said, we got Sanada picking up the victory, and I believe Sanada went to this match with a 2-1 record against Taichi right here. So, in both of these guys, former All Japan Pro Wrestling graduates, so they told that story here in this match as well. I thought this was solid. I thought this was one of the better matches of the night. So Taichi will not be returning for block action until August 5th against Chase Owens. Sanada's back on July 30th, and he's taking on the Great Okan. So yeah, it's kind of weird how these block schedulings go, but I think it helps the wrestlers in the long run with their longevity in this tournament, and they're kind of healing up from injuries when they need to take a couple days off. So I like that. That's pretty solid. And in the in the next match we have Block A action. Bad Luck Fale taking on and taking the L to Jeff Cobb via Tour of the Islands. It was around 7 minutes and 13 seconds. This match didn't need to go super long. This match did what it needed to do. I was wondering if Jeff Cobb was going to get the victory, how was he going to get the victory? And I was thoroughly surprised that he was able to hoist up a guy like Bad Luck Fale of his stature for the Tour of the Islands, because that's an impressive feat. He got it done. He got the pinfall. Both of these guys are sitting with a record of 1-1. Both of them have 2 points right now. Yeah, you might as well. This could be the H block, man. They're in A block, but this could be the H blocks. Both these guys are motherfucking hosses. That was actually the penultimate match of the show. I enjoyed it. This is what you thought it was going to be. That's literally what I'm going to say. And a match that you knew what you thought was going to be, what you knew what to expect when you get these two guys in the main event. In this setting, we got Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on and defeating Tetsuya Naito around 22 minutes, 22 seconds with an inside cradle. That's kind of played back to their New Japan Cup match where Naito actually was the one to get the pinfall with an inside cradle. And it's kind of like almost one-to-upsmanship between these guys at this point. It's like their rivalry has gone on for so many years and it's meant so many different things along the years. And this time, it's kind of like, you son of a bitch. When Naito just got pinned, it's like, look, you guys, like, you really got me, man. They've had 16 prior singles matches with Naito having a record 8 wins to 7 losses. So that just got tied up right there. 8 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. Excuse me. So now it's 8-1. That is a incredible record right here, man. So no, this was a solid match, man. Naito was going for Destino. Tanahashi surprised him with a cradle. Thought it was a solid match. it's like Naito takes a loss, but he doesn't take a bad loss, if that makes sense. I mean, no loss in wrestling is really a bad loss, if you ask me. Next time we get Naito in the main event, he'll be taking, Naito main events on July 31st against Evil, so that should be interesting. While Tanahashi returns on July 30th against Zack Sabre Jr. So, Block A, we have Okada leading the block with 4 points. Cobb, Fale, and Yano each have 2 points. Lawler has 0 points. Archer and Jonah both have 0 points. That being Tom Lawler has not had a match yet. Block B, Jay White is a record of 2-0, 4 points. Tama Tonga 1-0, 2 points. Sanada and Taichi both 1-1 with 2 points. Okan has had a match yet, 0. Chase Owens is 0-1. Ishii is surprisingly 0-2 right now. So Block C, Zack Sabre Jr. is 2-0, 4 points. Goto's 1-0, 2 points. Hanare and Tanahashi are both 1-1 with 2 points. Evil is 0 with 0 points. 0-0 with 0 points, excuse me. Kenta's 0-1 with 0 points, and Naito's 0-2 with 0 points. Block D Block, shout out to, the locks. Ospreay and Juice Robinson both have 2 points sitting on 1-0. Phantasmo, Takagi, Yujiro both 1-1 with 2 points. David Finlay and Yoshihashi are 0-1. So with 0 points, of course. So we'll be back Tuesday for more G1 Climax action. The preeminent source if you want to check in for your G1 Climax action daily. We're the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Please be sure you like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend, goddammit, because the price of subscription is $3.99. I'm the Pro Wrestling Fly God. I'm Stardust Yaku, Bluntsy, and Naito, representing SOS Wrestling Network. You know what it is, man. Holla at y'all later. Peace.